Once again, my name is Tembo Charles from School Tool, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to handle A-level new curriculum if you're supporting papers. For example, if I can show you a report card, and choose this, and give it 3 competencies. I only have one student for this video. That looks like that with papers and competencies. So I'm going to show you how to come up with such a report card. So on our settings in the permissions, you need to give the permission of support A-level, support papers at A-level to only A-level teachers. If a teacher is working, if a teacher teaches both O and A-level, when they are working on O-level, you should consider disabling that permission and give it to them when they are working on the A-level report or the A-level work. Otherwise, if they do not have this permission and you are supporting the papers at A-level, the system will keep showing them interfaces as if they are operating in the O-level mode. But for A-level teachers, you must give them this permission in addition to supporting A-level. So this is a new one that we have added to support that feature. So when you have that feature added, you now have access to features that are going to enable you record marks on those papers, create competencies on papers instead of only subjects as we have been doing. For those who have never interacted with papers, I will take you to where the papers are set. You go on settings, school setup, and then subjects. So as you can see, subjects are set, then you have subject papers. So you click on add subject paper and you set the paper. For example, you choose a subject based on the codes and you say paper 1, you give it a name and out of 100, make it out of 100. So you repeat this until all your subjects at A-level have got papers. As you can see, if I say pure mathematics and put it in the search up here, you can see paper 1, paper 2. If I am saying physics, the physics, now this is geography, physics is this one. Paper 1, paper 2, paper 3. If it is the general paper, paper 1. If it is the subsidiary ICT, paper 1, paper 2, regardless of what it is. And the only difference that is going to help us differentiate between subsidiaries and principal subjects is the S and the P on the subject code. When a subject code begins with S, the system considers it as a subsidiary subject, and therefore the rules of a subsidiary subject apply to that subject. If the subject begins with P, if the subject code begins with P, it is considered as a principal subject, and therefore the rules of the principal subject apply. The next thing to do is this that you have been doing, assigning the classes, the subjects, and you set mandatory or optional regardless of what it is. But you know the rule that for A-level, the subjects must be optional because They are combinations. You attach the subjects to the student. So they are all going to be optional, including GP. Now, when you are adding the competencies this time around, you will have add competency and then you have a paper first. Previously, we didn't have a paper. We have been adding it to term. If that permission of paper is activated, that is when you see this. But if it is not, you still see our old design, which applies to ordinary level. And then you will set competencies on a paper. For example, I have adding competencies to pure mathematics. Paper 1, I have algebra and calculus. Paper 2, I added set theory and logic and fundamentals. On another paper, like general paper, I added composition, logic, and interpretation as the competencies, the areas of study. On physics, I added, you can search paper 1, you just put it here, energy and electricity. Paper 2, I added the motion and forces. Paper 3, I only added practical model of a matter. So if the permission is active, that is when you see this, and it means you're setting competencies on papers. But for the people that are operating O level, you remove that permission and you will see our traditional competency setting. So when marks are being recorded, you will be able to see, for example, you record marks, normally record marks A level. Record marks A level new is where you click, and when you click on it, I'm going to reactivate my filter so that these others don't show. I just open it up for tests. Then you can see the subjects that you teach. Now this user, I gave them all the subjects, so that's why they are able to see, and then they are also admin. But for teachers, the only active subjects are the ones that you teach. Are the ones that you teach. Sorry for that. And then you choose the subject S5. And you say, I'm recording marks for pure mathematics. Then the papers will come and you say for paper 1, and the stream of interest where you are recording. So here you're choosing a subject, here you're choosing the stream and the term. And then you click on record marks. So when you're recording marks, you are recording marks for this paper, paper 1, not pure mathematics, but for pure mathematics, paper 1. Then you're going to put, as usual, 2.4 with our normal validations and net the out of 80 mark for that paper. Now this means every paper will have its own out of 80 mark. It doesn't cut across. In paper 1, you do the competencies of paper 1 and the end of the out of 80 mark. In paper 2, you do the same. If you have 3 competencies or 3 papers, that has to be consistent. So when you're done, you have access to a mark sheet. This is the mark sheet. And you choose the class and the term of interest. Only if your permission is active, that is when you are going to be able to see this mark sheet. We just show the student number, the name, the gender, the stream, and then the subjects are arranged like that. That this is the subject, this is the paper, this is the paper, paper 1, paper 2. In paper 1, competency 1, you scored 1.4, competency 2, you scored 2.3 out of 80, you scored 52. In paper 2, this is its code. You scored competency 1, 1.7, competency 2, you scored 1.9. Out of 80, you scored 64. This is a summary of that particular subject. Out of 20, you have 12. Out of 100, you are getting 70, which is a B according to the grading I have in this system. You have a different grading, 70 may be A or C depending on your ranges. You go to a subsidiary math and we do the same. We do the same for chemistry, we do the same for physics, we do the same for GP, and the person has 15 points. Yes, A is 5, B is 4, C is 3, C is 3, and D is 2, and E is 1. But for GP and subsidiaries, yes, you will get A, but you will get 1 point. That is why when you look at these reports, this is a report card, advanced level report. I can choose here. Now, if you want to use the one which is vertical, you choose single page report. If you have these ones, you leave them active. If you don't have, you remove. The maximum competencies that I have are 3, so that the top doesn't have a blank row. And then I didn't choose all, I just chose one student. So my report card will look like this. That this is the subject, pure mathematics. This is the paper 1, paper 2. In paper 1, competency 1, you scored 1.4. In paper 1, competency 2, you scored 2.3. In paper 2, you scored 1.4 and 1.9. You never had competency 3, so that is why it is blank and it is even never considered, because you only have 2 competencies. So 4.2 plus 2.3 divided by 2 will give you this. I think we need to round it off to 1 decimal place so that you don't have long records when it comes to 1.3333, such a scenario. Then paper 2, the same. Then the average of the 2 is the one we are putting here. Then we convert this to this divided by 3 times 20. Gives us this, 12. In paper 1, the out of 80 mark was 52. In paper 2, the out of 80 mark was 64. So we divide the 2 and we get the average. So that becomes our out of 80. Then we add the 20 out of 20 mark plus the out of 80 mark to give us the 70. Then we put in our grading scale and it becomes a B, which is 4 points, and the rest is achievement and the teacher. As you can see on this scale, our 70 is a B, which is 4 points. But when you look at general paper, for example, or subsidiary math, the person has a B but has 1 point, because that is a rule that applies, that if someone is doing GP or a subsidiary subject, their letter is converted to, their points are always 1. You can only score 1 point. So you are equivalent to someone who has scored an E in a principal, meaning, yeah, that is it. Then this is our summary, 66.8. 66.8 lies in B, and our identifier is 2, and our 2 is moderate, and it has 15 points. 15 points because 8, 9, 10, 15. And that becomes one template of our report. That is how it looks like. Then we also have another template which you use to generate another format of the report that is more detailed. So you select this, for example, and you don't choose the single page report, you leave it as it is. This one is no longer required if you're generating that version because all of them will render. And this time we are showing per subject, that in mathematics, this was the performance. In subsidiary math, this was the performance. In chemistry, that was the performance. In physics, that was the performance. In general paper, that was the performance. Then we summarize it. So this is what we have come up with as far as the new curriculum A-level report is concerned. There is still room for improvements because of the dynamics. Thank you.